Welcome to South Asian Insider Opinion and News Analysis, exclusively on Josh India Web TV. I am Shishmita Ghosh here to evaluate whether Chinese economic decline is a bane or boon for India. The Chinese economy is facing a slump in recent years after a decade of brisk growth. The impact of economic slowdown will have a negative impact on the country itself. There is a chance as well for the neighboring countries that share a border, be it land or maritime boundary with China, to face several consequences from this occurrence. The Chinese in-house numbers that are presented to the world is not very trustworthy, as it keeps changing to fit the state narrative. However, an overall analysis of the general Chinese financial trend ensures that the country is undergoing an economic meltdown. The most prominent cause that led to this economic downtrend is, of course, the COVID-19 pandemic. Till the vaccine was introduced, the lockdown protocol was the only way of survival for the population. However, it crippled the dynamic sector of the economy. With export, travel and tourism industries affected, the loss touched the billion benchmark over just a period of months. Followed by the pandemic was the energy supply shortage scenario. There were various factors like restrictions on the Australian coal import, severe weather conditions, along with the Chinese government's plan to reduce carbon emission. Consequently, a massive amount of factories had to shut down, which hurt nationwide production. Property market crisis is another major factor to impact the Chinese economy. The sales in their highest 100 company dropped, with more than 80% failing to reach their annual sales target. The property giant Evergrande missed its debt deadline, whose liabilities exceed $300 billion. $300 billion. Even after a year, no proper solution is yet to be found in the property industry. The Chinese economic meltdown can be a massive prospect for India. India can take the place of China as a top tech producing country in the world. With a similar standard of rich human resources, fulfilling the target is quite possible. However, there are a set of problems for India too, as it's quite dependent on the Chinese export. Starting from paper to electronics, fertilizer to life-saving drug components, the list is endless. If the chain is stopped or the price is increased, the entire country may suffer an aftershock. There is another aspect as well, where India and all the other countries sharing a border with China should stay aware of. Expansion during the time of an internal crisis is an old Chinese trick. It is often used to turn the tide of public opinion. War is a tool that can be branded as a necessary evil. Like the Russian aggression in Ukraine, there is a high probability of the Chinese military movement to the Indian borders or towards Tibet and Hong Kong. India and all other Chinese neighboring countries should opt for a cautious approach at this time while putting appropriate emphasis on the border security. It's a moment of opportunity, if suitably utilized, can be used for own economic growth. It requires proper planning across the nation to achieve that objective though. Thank you for watching our show. We'll look ahead to your comments. Please email if you want to share news with us. Keep watching Josh India Web TV on YouTube.